Good day, guys. It's a big day. He's getting the mule.
Ready for this? So I did a straight line from this corner to that corner of the cat. There we go, guys. It goes this way to right there. So we gotta dig probably up to about the grill, this whole area, just so we can twist it over here and hope that it reaches. All right, guys, before we disconnect the solar shed, I'm gonna double check that the power to this box is good. I think the tester's in this bunker. But we haven't even tested this line yet. I have the inverter on, but I have all the breakers turned off. So let's turn that on. I'll show you how it works. Hopefully you can plug in that, or you can come check it out.
This way I know things.
Yeah, this way you're not left in the dark. AC inverter's on, bringing power down and over here. Now we gotta turn this on. I haven't turned or tested any of this out yet, so let's turn it on. And then we gotta turn this on line, because that's line is the inverter. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad. There we go. Nothing did anything dramatic. So now we should have power out to that box. Let's go test that and see if the Sawzall works. This will be the first power that's gone through this line. This is a TT30 plug. We have an adapter here to go down to a regular 15 amp plug. So let's plug it in. Pull the trigger. See if we have power.
Get electrocuted or anything, am I?
No, I don't think so. What? Oh, the breaker's not on. I hope. Oh. Wah wah. Let's hope it works when I turn the breaker on. Breaker on. There we go.
We'll let Jay do the root cutting.
First power from the solar bunker. Very nice. All right, so that means things are done right so far. Piece of firewood. One over here.
Now we can dig the rest of this trench out and move the conduit over, hopefully.
Cool. We got power out here, so that means it's working. Hopefully when we hook our cabin wires to it, it works just the same.
And we got these 6 batteries that we'll be transferring over. So we'll have lots and lots of power in there.
It's a sad day, guys. This is my beloved solar shed that I have spent so much time with the last 4 or 5 years. Alright guys, so here's the crapshoot of this whole thing. I just hope this goes over and reaches into that box, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be putting like couplers in, and I don't want any more coupler, you know, or like little terminal couplers. The crap part of it is that I had like 10 feet of this extra stuff in the bunk in here, and then when I redid this spring or last fall, I cut off like 6 feet of it. I always leave lots of extra wire. It's probably not the best for...
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope this reaches, otherwise I'm a sad boy.
I think it'll be okay.
I just got to get this out of here. I don't know how to do that. Definitely glued it. So that's going to complicate things. Cutting this is going to be hard too, because I can't nick the line. So I knew this was going to be difficult, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out.
Pull it out, like twist it out or something, like pull down and like pull that this way so that has more room to come down.
I mean, the best thing to do is probably try to just break it. You know? And then I can get it out of there, and then I can work on it a little bit. There we go.
That works too.
2 seconds. There we go.
Alright guys, look at that. We have more than enough line to reach up to that box, which is exciting. Get a new piece of conduit right there. Connect that and bury this conduit.
Are you confident you could turn the power off to this? That breaker?
You turn those, just the two boxes
you don't have
on,
to
right?
do two. You can just do the one that's up high.
The high one, just
amp.
push it
says
down.
main. I put the little sticker over it that says
Okay,
main.
and push it down.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna turn the power off because I need to know. Need to know how to do this, as you all saw in that video. There we go. Off. That's easy enough, right?
Make sure she's not trying to get rid of me. Plus, this is what you're supposed to do anyway.
If I was trying to get rid of you, I wouldn't have saved you on the ladder 5 years ago.
Well, lots changed in 5 years.
Yeah,
you might not like me anymore.
Is it off?
Yep.
Told you so.
Watch your eyeballs. There we go. Did you get that? Did you get it?
I think so.
Good. Have everything we need, guys, except for one piece. That's always the case. So one waterproof piece that goes into this box. We didn't have it last time and I jimmied it. And made it work by reducing it down to a 3/4 inch, which I had, and then we went to town twice now since we've started this project, and I didn't buy one. and I'm running low on 1-inch. I don't do a lot of stuff with 1-inch conduit. I don't have a lot of conduit stuff regardless. So anyway. Much from there to there is.
They make these things called tape measures. You could measure.
I've been doing it this way for 20 years, and it works perfectly fine.
20 years?
Yes. I've been fixing hot tubs, working with PVC, and measuring everything exactly like this for 20 years. Probably more than that now. I don't need to change anything right now. But it's the story of off-grid life. That's pretty much how you have to roll. And you have to drive to town
Way too many times.
way too many times. We've been to town like 10 times in the last month, and that's not normal. So, anyway. Alright, there we go, guys. Jen's in the bunker. Gonna flip the switch any second. We got the wire coming from the cabin that used to bounce into the solar shed. Now it's hooked up right here. We need a waterproof fitting to go on the bottom of this box, so we just have it temporarily set up right now because we're not gonna drive to town right this minute. So I will show you the finished product once it's finished. But it's all connected into that breaker box just temporarily until we get the one last $2 fitting. So check this out. All right, so you know which breaker to flip, right?
Yeah, I did it once.
Put it the opposite direction now.
Really?
This is a big moment. Hold on. We need like a drum roll or something.
Jason, insert drum roll in video.
Give her a shot. Didn't trip. Uh-oh. What's it doing?
Jason was stressed there for a half hour, guys.
Yep.
He was not filming because he was not happy.
I don't think I swore, yelled, or cried.
No, but you wanted to.
I wanted to. That's what I get for not following the rules, and getting in over my head is basically what I've spent the last 5 years doing and being. Right? A little in over my head.
But, did you fix the problem?
I think so. I don't. The inverter was not happy when we turned on the power to the main cabin, to our cabin. It was beeping at us, and there was like voltage surging all over the place. And I thought, because we have some ground neutral bonding questionable stuff, so anyway, we were gonna have to rip the pantry apart and check the main panel box, but right now all I did to fix the beeping and the random upsetness, which it wasn't doing a fault, but all I did was hook up our ground. There's our ground. Uh-oh. Is it doing the same thing again?
Did we check the lights?
I don't know what it's doing. I thought it was fixed. It was running for 10 minutes. Like, what's the problem? Does it have something to do? Does it have something to do with the charging? Does it have something to do with the solar input? Like, I turned it all off and put the grounding rod, you know, I connected a ground over here to the bottom of the casing, and it went away. Now I turned the solar off and it went away. There might be some kind of settings that are like screwing with stuff, because we should have a little bit of power. Like, let me turn the solar back on and see if it starts doing it. Yep. It's got to be some kind of setting. What is the problem? I thought we were in the clear here. Whew. Alright, guys. I don't know if I have it 100% right. The other inverter, the other SunGold inverter, the 8kW we have in our solar shed, I always had set up on number setting UTI, which is mains first, grid power supply to be applied first. I think what's happening is it's trying to like switch from off-grid to on-grid back and forth when it's in UTI setting. That's setting number 1. So I put it in SBU, which is PV inverter first. PV mode is applied to loading, which is feeding the cabin. So basically, I think that's like off-grid. I think we still have an underlying problem of like a neutral ground bond issue inside the cabin, which is not a safe thing, but I could be wrong. So basically, I switched the default setting of UTI, which is mains first, to this is like an off-grid setting now. But anyway, also, when I have this set up with the proper communication to the one SunGold battery, the little one, I think it was turning off the PV to the rest of the batteries. Like it was saying, hey, this one battery's full, so we don't need to charge anymore. So I have a BMS error code, but now it's reading off of voltage, not off of one single battery. So I think it's charging them all back up still. Or again, it's charging all the batteries again now. So like I said, get the kinks out of it. I don't have much experience with other systems. I talked with Justin at Oklahoma Homestead. He seems to think, you know, these are a little finicky, and I could agree with him, I guess, but I don't have much to compare it to. Even like the eco-worthy, I think these are basically the same inverter, just a different color. I think they have the same BMS in them. The booklets have the same parameters pretty much. So anyway, I think we're working. All right, so guys, we're progress. We're running on the new system for the bunker. Yay! We get to celebrate. We're running on the bunker 2 hours after I turned the switch on. It's been 2 hours since Jenny flipped the switch. I just been sitting here looking at the manual and trying to like play with stuff. So, yay! We went from drum roll to want want to 2 hours later. Yay!
Tiny violins, maybe.
I mean, it's a big problem not to work. We need it to work. We've been running, we've been limping along for a few days. So, not limping along, but we've been
just using the batteries. Yeah,
using the batteries and using power stations for a few days. And it's, you know, I'm excited to get this system working. Like, I want to get a nice, full, sunny day. Tomorrow's supposed to be really sunny, so hopefully we can see how much power we can get. Are you guys excited? Oh, that it's within half an inch. You guys have been waiting on this since what, April? No. We didn't dig the hole till... You started digging this hole in like April. I don't know, maybe. You did. All good things come in time, and what's whatever
All good
those
things
sayings
come
are.
to an end.
No, all good things come in time, or not everything worth waiting for is nothing. There's a bunch of sayings about being patient, and
I think our viewers have been plenty patient now at this point.
that does not just refer to the bunker. That refers to us. We're not the most tolerable of people.
I am.
You keep thinking that. Ta-da! Custom racking. So, all right, let's go. All right, guys. I moved the two newer Vaderer batteries, laid them flat so we could stack 5 on top of each other. It's snowing?
Kind of, yes. Welcome to Michigan, late November.
Yeah. So we're not going to hook all 5 of these Vaderers together because they're different ages. I don't think you're supposed to do that when they're not from the same batch. But let's just get them over here.
Careful stepping too, please. I'll grab the wood. Thank you.
Getting it for you so you can not be doing it while I'm moving stuff.
There's that.
Alright guys, so the bottom 2 are still connected to each other in parallel, and then to the bus bar. These were all independently run to the bus bar before, but I'm gonna put these jumpers on here. Hopefully they reach, and then we're gonna run 1 positive and negative to the bus bar. I'm gonna do top and bottom corner. I don't know if that's necessary with lithium iron phosphate, but anyway. So hopefully my cable will reach. These are thick. All right, guys. So I guess we're turning these on. I got them all hooked up in 2 different sets, or we just got a whole variety of stuff going on here. So these 3, these are the older ones that were in the solar shed. These are paralleled, and then over to the bus bar. These 2 newer ones are paralleled, and then over to the bus bar. This is just kind of simplifying the electrical. Then we have this single SunGold server rack, and then the monster battery. Oh.
That's how many batteries equivalent?
Plus 20, so 45,000 watt hours.
That's insane.
That's 50% increase over what we were having, and we don't have the Ruxus over here, and we don't have these 2 eco-worthies on the system either. And we don't have this monster battery. This is on the monster eco-worthy battery is on the mini cabin. So
yeah, Jay has it on the mini cabin right now. He keeps going back and forth. He's going to leave it on the mini cabin, or
we'll see how this goes.
To the big cabin.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if we ruin something, at least they won't all be ruined if it's not all on the same system.
Not going to ruin anything. Have confidence in
Let's
yourself.
hope. So, all right, let's power everything up. The cabin's off. Everything's been off, so I don't get zappoled. I think the way I did this with the bus bars is okay. I put 2 on each lug. I think you could put up to 3 on most lugs, but I'm only going to put 2. Then that one, these are all the Vaderers. These 2 lines. That's the single Sun Gold. That's the big Sun Gold wall battery. And then if I do put the eco-worthy big battery, it'd be right here. And then right here. All right, so here we go. So all of these are pretty high except for this one. So I don't know how they're charging. They're all balancing out. They're all feeding each other. Like these ones are pulling current to go to this one. And this one's pulling the most current because it's the lowest. It says this one's charging too. It's weird. But they'll all balance out. So we're going to run this system with no communication. Because then the BMSs and the batteries will control each battery independently, and then the inverter is set up to charge to a certain voltage, and then the BMS will protect the battery. So let's try this. Now let's turn on the power to the inverter. And then turn on the inverter. .1 volts. Again, better to turn these all on tomorrow when it's sunny and let juice go into them, but now they're going to sit here and fight each other a little bit. But it's not going to hurt anything. It's just not good for them long term, I guess. They'll all balance out. We'll see.
Check them in the morning before it gets too sunny.
We got to turn the cabin on. Get the inverter on. 120 volts. Let's turn the inverter on to the cabin.
When you flipped all those switches on that, I thought of Jurassic Park when they were flipping all the fuses.
The originals.
Yeah, like the OG, very first Jurassic Park when they had to go flip all the...
They were trying to get the backup system going.
And they had to flip all the... Well, they flipped all of them, and then they had to do the big one at the end, but they had to flip all the fuses.
All the breakers, So,
that's what my brain thought of.
That's funny.
Let me know if you thought of that too, guys.
Yeah, how the mind works. All right, go check out the cabin. Show them the cabin.
Let's go see if the cabin is all lit up like it should be. Look at that. All right, lights are on. The bunker is officially in full-time use now. Bunker is now our full-time location of solar equipment. All is running. Are you happy?
All my dreams have come true.
Only been...
I'm going to sleep in here tonight.
Okay.
It's probably going to be warm and cozy because it's got so much mass of battery. So guys, when these batteries are all hooked up like this, they're all going to kind of fight each other a little bit. I think I'm going to turn the big battery off for the night because then if something goofy happens, that battery will be okay for tomorrow. But I think we're just going to run off the Vaderers tonight. Let's turn this off. Hell, let's turn off this one. too. Let's turn off this big battery. Let's just let all the inverters sit there and balance all tonight and power our cabin. That's a lot. It's 25,000. That should be 4 or 5 days of power. And then tomorrow we'll just let all those charge up full, and then we'll switch over to. Hi, oh, you're such a good puppy. So, but guys, we're running full power from the bunker.
Hooray!
Solar shed is no more. It's still there, but you know, in shambles.
Not shambles yet.
So maybe tomorrow we could get the tractor. We can move the solar shed out of there.
Yes,
be pretty cool.
Yep, we'll see.
And we'll see what we're up to. Either that or the greenhouse. We'll see which.
But we'll give you an update in the morning how everything's running and
Yep.
whatnot. And with all these batteries in here, see if the temperature is any warmer at all.
Yeah, I put the Govee, the temperature sensor was up here by the ceiling. I put it down here right in front of the batteries. And I did block our vent now. So I'll probably put something a little bit better here, but I just did that so there's not a big mass of air going right out, all the heat going right out. So we're not insulated real well in here yet either, because I mean I've been leaving this open at night, so
Jay will get it done here.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We're gonna see them in the morning.
Yeah, we'll show you a little update in the morning, then wrap it up.
All right. We'll see you guys in the morning.
He's so needy. You don't know why. What are you doing? You want some puppy food? Is that what you want? It's feeding time. What? Is it feeding time?
All right, guys. We just got the solar bunker all hooked up to the cabin.
3 hours ago?
Yeah, 3 hours ago. It's time for the puppies to go out for their evening, thing.
Evening patrol of the yard.
They got to check for bad guys. Make sure there's no bears trying to break into the cabin.
Just the small brown one behind Jason. Don't tell him.
Ooh! So, I'm going to take the pups out for a minute. Figured I'd check on the batteries and the solar bunker. It's always good to monitor stuff after.
First few times you...
Yeah. I don't leave anything unattended for days at a time. You just monitor stuff. You stay close. Anytime you do anything, you got to keep an eye on it. So, let's go check it out. Make sure everything's good. I figured I'd take you with me. So,
Yeah.
Puppies wear their disco collars at night so we can see them. Windy. It's cold, guys. It's like 30 today and windy now. Wind turbine's going. Sounds funky. It's not hooked up to the battery anymore. We moved everything out of the solar shed. We had to hook the battery for the water pump. We had to hook the battery for the water pump underneath the cabin. We figured we'd just do that for the next month or so. I can charge it if I have to. Probably won't have to though. And then we'll make some modifications in the spring because we won't be using water all winter anyway. Jen wants me to close the bunker up too so we can see what exactly is happening, like temperature wise. It's not cold. It's like 30. I mean, it's cold, but it's not cold. It's not like brutally cold. At the alarm, because like I said, I turned the communication off. No solar coming in. Let's see what all our batteries are at. They were all at, see, 93, 65, 85, 84, 83. So these three are equalizing and discharging. These three are discharging. That one's at standby. Standby. So we'll figure this out. This will all get equalized. We're going to run off just this 5 bank for a while till these all get equalized. Once they get up to 100%, we'll just leave them at 100%. Like the sun will charge them, or we'll leave the generator charging them for a day. This big solar array can charge those up pretty quick. And it's supposed to be a nice sunny day tomorrow, so hopefully all of these will be full. And then they could equalize. Or, all the cells can equalize. So anyway, everything's working good. I'm going to get inside. Puppies are probably done doing their thing. Everything looks good. No, nothing's hot. I always like to touch everything, like, carefully, of course. Alright, guys. We'll see you in the morning. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to close the bunker up so the temperature can stay a little more normal. Alright. So we'll do some gap management and insulation. Hey, Peppy's ready to go inside? Huh? Yeah, you are. You spoiled.